nke a ka a na-akpọ awụra for awụra, ọha for ọha, egusi for egusi, ọgbọnọ for ọgbọnọ. Esi na ị naghị anụ ihe, enwere ndị naghị anụ ihe nọkwanụ. Isi ile n'okwu ga-adị ekwu okwukwu, okwu gị ekwu okwukwu n'ọgba because na ihe meet ndị ka gị. Here bụ story of Johnson Suleman, Apostle Johnson Suleman, Apostle Johnson Suleman. Yana Sowore jegoje kpaki aka ebe okwu na-aga n'ọnụ kịta, o yiri ji n'ahụ. O yeme gịnị? O yiri ji n'ahụ. Sowore o yiri ji n'ahụ. Ama nwanji we na-eweta video for record purposes, o yiri ji n'ahụ. Gịnị na-ese okwu? Somebody ga na podcast ke wee mee claim of ndị na-eme arrange fake miracle and other things. The guy kwuchi okwu mgbe ahụ, ọ kpọrọkwa Johnson Suleman afa. They started alleging no John Suleman. The thing bịa na-ewu. The guy now came out to say na biko kwa o na ya na Johnson Suleman afụdebekwa na mbụ na ụmụakwa ihe unu na-akọ. Sowore kabulu the news na agaghalị na no Johnson Suleman, no John Suleman, no nka ọzọ. Despite many plea for John Konya was in okay, go and follow up the case. Okay, onye kwulu okwu si na ọbụrụ onye aka ọ na-agwa, then why are you also emphasizing on onye aka ọ na-agwa? Ihe afọ ọsọ onye ahụ okwu n'ọnụ. The guys in the Johnson Suleman meet before. They have never met. So where we blew the news na akpaghalị, then Johnson Suleman have to now sue him. Gentiki ihe Johnson Suleman ogwala, because in July Johnson Suleman is that na onobuni si choya oyenyegia. Onobuni si choya oyenyegia. Also, this is not the first time. So we're in this type of thing. Now, Obia Ode Ose Omoyele Sowore, you are the devil's uncle. Even Satan adores you. Calling you an activist makes activism looks classless. You are nothing but a tout. As usual, you are out again with yet another fabulous narrative to wipe up public sentiment, and you had the unpremeditated effrontery to tag me. For all who cares to know, a guest on a podcast some time ago made the demeaning allegation that a former boss he served as a pastor was in the habit of staging false miracle by giving their actors injection and alleging caused temporary death and subsequent resurrection. As sent in another also in ihe na-ese okwu na the guy kwucha na onye serve as pastor before. No nwere ogwu apụta agba gị. Mago or the pass it out or belly in a semi format. After Zimago in the heat of that thing, and we can Ebuka can megenka. If one megin at the cause, as no resurrected on Yamulang. Yotago or here John Suleman now cover because he likes in the way like this thing oku kwale ebe anowe chioku. Because from there as a pastor requested reject, I'm still coming here. Can I get chanty? Because some me onye nke gị wolu turn gị je na court. Yotago maka go so obu na ogbala nkịtị then na be exchange you say ndị mmadụ say if you feel that you are defamed go to court. Kịta oje go court na ndị mmadụ say pastor it can happen Jesus Christ na olugo go no another happen Jesus Christ na ogo nka. If you reach your turn no go court. We say as senseless and medically impossible this claim was to any sound thinking person, you Sowore, unsupported by any evidence and an absence of verification, rushed to republish and amplify this allegation simply because your name was mentioned for the traffic and relevance that names gives you. The individual purported to be the subject of allegations on the podcast subsequently came out publicly to state unqualifiedly that he has never met me at any time and that the claims were untrue. Despite this, you refuse to retract the publication after formal requests for you to do so simply because the version doesn't fit fit your antichrist and anti-church narrative. So Sowore has been contacted severally. Na ihe anụ ọ bụkwa na ịchọrọ ime eziokwu gị ji eme itinye ndị kwuru this thing unu confirm onye a na-ekwu na ọ bụrụkwanụ Johnson Suleman ọgba nkịtị ọ sị na ọma mmemme. So the narrative only shift and the traffic the thing na-enye ya both na his website both na his all his social media platform the thing na-enye ya ọ na-like ya. That is what Johnson Suleman is trying to state out before you see na ọ chọrọ okwu unu fụkwabulu ụzọ fụ ihe mmadụ mere ya na nghọta. Then Owesi, consequentially, I have instructed my lawyers to initiate legal proceeding which is presently before a court of competent jurisdiction. I have ignored you, Sowore, despite the years of continuous false publication and narrative designed to misinterpret my person. Designed to misinterpret his person. So this is him now talking as a man, not as a man of God. This is him now talking as a man. So before with Johnson Suleman, not Apostle Johnson Suleman. So he is now dealing with Sowore as man to man because he is a man before of God. The story now. Designed to misinterpret my person. And if you are crying for just two cases, be informed that I have also instructed my legal team to go through all the defamatory publication you have ever made against my person, and each of them will be addressed through all lawful means available. So I be doing see about that judgment has come upon Sowore. So in a mmadụ here for years onye ahụ agbaghị nkịtị. Sowore, let me educate you. He ended up by saying, let me educate you. Nigerians are not gullible people and they see through the fraud that you are, which is why the use and vocabulary rejected you during the NSAS protest, and they keep rejecting you every 4 years despite your years of so-called activism, which is nothing but a money-making scheme for you. At the end of the day, I'll say, he who alleges must prove. You will meet my legal team in court. That is the end of the story. Sowore Wejena post a waiting them. For your information, Johnson Suleman has filed a lawsuit against me over the controversy surrounding his alleged support for individuals who staged fake miracle during an interview conducted by K.A. Truths. This marks the second time Johnson Suleman has taken legal actions against me over dispute connection in the ministry and personal matter. If you go Sowore contradict to Kwame, despite the issues in the ministry and personal matter, that is why Johnson Suleman Juemegin said that could deal with him as a person. Him as a person. You got to Sowore the Kuliede here. So Ebuland in my English of him. You got to they are dealing with two things, ministry and a person. So Johnson Suleman have to go into ministry aside. So when I Sowore you deal as personal image defamation. The first was a long-running case related to Canadian-based Stephanie Otobo. Stephanie Otobo, you this story. Stephanie Oduko, Halima Abubakar, them. Everybody knows this story. At the end of the day, they came and said, they have been paid to do so, which a former minister of states, Johnson Suleman, name issue to government officials. One of them, former minister of FCTT, actually Biafra, Banana, was the one that sponsored Stephanie Otobo to come and do it. Everybody know. Yotago, remember her, which he later amended, removing Otobo entirely from the suit. That matter has now dragged on for nearly 8 years. Of all these issues rise, the question of the so-called miracle will be the simplest to prove in court. Johnson Suleman na Sowore ayemiti na court. He decided there Kamalo onye na-ekwu eziokwu. I will keep you guys updated on this issue. Also Ebuka, we will still post it here. Sowore, you know we you syndicated like this. Or Ebuka, me na akoko. Una season no one here no ọ na-ayọ biko, ọ na-esi n'azụ eje ayọ biko, ọ na-esi n'azụ eje ayọ biko. So ka ọ dịkwanụ mgbe ọzọ ndị be anyị.